Diane, the head coach of NJIT, was also a graduate student, or excuse me, a graduate. He was a student of Notre Dame. Looks like he is ready to chat with Sam Cooperman. Sam?
Here with Coach Mike Lane after the game. And Coach, you just spoke with your team. After a game like this, what are the kinds of things you say to your group?
I actually think there's a lot of positive. We just did things in our offense, even defensively, although it might not look like it, that we did. You know, if you can do that against Notre Dame, you can do that against everybody else on our schedule. So there's a lot of positives. We'll look at those. Obviously, some negatives that we have to look about. Too loose with the ball, obviously against a team that is so physical. But we're not going to really face that physicality in any other game. But I think there's a lot to take out of this game. Almost oddly, I feel better about today than I did Friday night.
Yeah, and it does make sense. We saw a lot of good things, like you said, the ability of your team to run your offense, and early on especially, what kind of confidence boost does this give to your group, seeing as you can be competitive against this type of team for as long as you were?
Right, that's exactly it. Like, we have to show that. I think the girls understood it, even in that brief huddle. That's exactly how we can play. We have to play it at that level, you know, and Notre Dame makes you level up when you play a team like this, and we had to level up. We got stuck there on 28 for a little bit too long, and we just couldn't, but we had even some good looks at those times, so we'll look back, but I just thought anytime you play these teams, eventually their physicality just wears you down, and they just got so many points right at the rim that we just couldn't do anything about.
Yeah, and for you, coming into this game, you knew there'd be a lot of support here. There was, and then some. What do you make of the atmosphere here inside the Wellness and Event Center?
It was awesome. It was great. You know, we haven't had that type of environment for obviously like a regular home game, a non-education day game. You know, just to have everybody have this lower bowl filled, have it loud on makes, and it was emotional. Like, Notre Dame fans were into it. You know, that felt like a real game. It felt like a league game. It wasn't just a Power 5 playing a mid-major. I thought that was really great environment, and I'm glad so many people got to see it.
Yeah, awesome turnout today. A fun one to watch, and you know, big things ahead for you guys. You turn into the rest of this non-conference slate. How do you grow from here after 1 week in the books?
Yeah, well, it's only 1 week, and you have a lot of games right to hit the start. So 3 games in that first week's really tough, but we got to flush this one, and we got to prepare for Ryder right away. So it's not so much about the rest of the out-of-conference schedule. It's about Wednesday, and can we get better the next 2 days to face a tough Ryder team.
All right, Coach, I'll let you get going. I know you got a lot of friends and family to go see. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, back to you, Drew.
NJIT and Notre Dame here today. The comments of Mike Lane there. The Fighting Irish win it 104-57 over the 3-digit mark. Hidalgo led the way with 26 points and 12 steals, matching a high of Marina Mabry, who did it in 2015. Also 26 points and a homecoming for Sonia Citron for Notre Dame as well. NJIT was led by Alejandra Zuniga's 14 points. Notre Dame in action coming up next on Wednesday against Northwestern at 7 o'clock. And the Highlanders the same, Wednesday at 7, but against Ryder right back here on ESPN+. That does it for our coverage here this afternoon. For our entire crew and for Sam Cooperman, I'm Drew Casey saying so long from the Joel and Diane Bloom Wellness and Event Center here in Newark, New Jersey. Final score, Notre Dame 104 and NJIT 57. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.